What's up, guys? 5 Star Paintball Tech here. I am super proud and excited to announce the launch of my first ever product. What you're looking at is the 5 Star Paintball Tech LPR Supercharger Kit for the generations 1 and 2 on the left, and then 3 and 4 Intimidator LPRs on the right. This is going to be sold for $65 shipped. You could reach out to me directly here on Facebook or on my business page, 5 Star Paintball Tech, to purchase one. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can also go to my bio and you'll find all my modes of communication there to purchase one for yourself. So to give you the quick lowdown, we'll first go into like what the kit is, why I had these made, and then the benefits it's going to provide. So the kit's actually going to be sold in a 5-part kit. Great news is that it's going to utilize your stock regulator bodies, so you'll be able to retain your stock looks. Again, 5-part kit. The only stock part that's going to be utilized from the stock regulator is going to be the mainspring. So to dive into kind of what the kit consists of, for both generation 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, they're going to contain the same parts essentially. The heart of it all is going to be a new and improved Schrader valve. You could see the first thing that you might notice is that the Schrader valve pin is made out of stainless steel, which will basically prevent it from ever bending. You'll notice that the nut is going to be vented as well, which accounts for the incredibly good recharge rates and consistency at higher rates of fire and at lower rates of fire. And then the spring that it uses resets super quick. It's a bit heavier than stock. It's just beautifully assembled. And then in addition to that, super easily rebuildable. Stock regulator uses a proprietary urethane seal. This uses standard buna orings, super easy to find. They're not going to degrade like urethane does over time. It's just a incredibly reliable design. So this is the kind of the heart of it all. Coupled with this, beautifully machined, shout out to Chris Nelson, Delrin LPR piston for both the generation 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 pistons. They're going to be double O-ringed for stability. Also prevents some of the inner bore scoring that happens with the generation 3 LPR pistons. And then you'll also notice that they have a stainless steel contact point with the Schrader valve pins so that they won't wear on the Delrin. The fact that they're so light allows it also to recharge so quickly on the inside of it and just works incredibly well. The third and fourth parts are pretty complementary to each other. When you're shooting at super high rates of fire, the piston going back and forth kind of creates a vacuum inside of the LPR and doesn't allow it to breathe or recharge as well, definitely at higher rates of fire. So 2-part kind of grouping here. There's a adjuster plate, which has a hole drilled through it and is vented, as well as an adjuster screw, which is also vented. And this is basically going to allow the regulator to breathe at high rates of fire. And all these parts are really meant to work in conjunction with each other. I mentioned that there's 5 parts of the kit. The last parts of the kit is going to be this 114 buna O-ring. This is going to go at the base of your LPR and is a replacement for the stock one, just to make sure that everybody has a smooth install and doesn't suffer from any overpressurizing because their base O-ring is bad. So it's a super complete kit. A lot of time planning and details were thought through with this. I'm super proud of these. The performance you get between recharge and consistency is just insane. You'll notice that the gauge or the needle on your gauge like won't even move. It just kind of vibrates in place when you have this thing shooting. I built this with or I designed this with 3 different goals in mind. The first of which is performance. So again, that super fast recharge and consistency. Number 2 is reliability, just able to rebuild this so quickly. A lot of the failure points are just no longer going to be relevant. It's just a super reliable system and easy to rebuild. And then the last piece is looks. You get to retain them because it's going to utilize your stock LPR body. That was one of the I don't know, downfalls, I guess, of the AKA regulators, in my opinion. I just like the look of stock better. This will bring the performance up of your stock regulator bodies to an insane level. And not to mention the internals are compatible with both Gen 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, where the AKA internals were only compatible with Generation 3 LPRs. So Again, a lot of details were thought through. It's an incredible kit that will literally supercharge your marker, and there's just lots of benefits to it. Excited to get these into your guns, guys, and yeah, enjoy. What's up, guys? 5-Star Paintball Tech here. This is going to be an incredibly special video. I'm about to debut my first ever product. Inside of this just beautiful Dragon Intimidator owned by a catalytic converter buyer, my brand new, the 5-Star Paintball Tech LPR Supercharger Kit that works with the Generation 1 through Generation 4 Bob Long Intimidator LPRs. The cool part about this kit, there's a separate one for the Generation 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 LPRs. The cool part about the Generation 1 and 2 version is that it also works inside of the Bob Long torpedo reg. So this marker is just like spec'd out to the max between the LPR internals. You can't even tell that they're in it because it uses a stock body. But the LPR and the HPR have the kits inside of it. It has this beautiful custom anodizing on it. This has like all the best parts on it with the dye ULI barrel. We're bored at 689. Has the Bob Long gear drive on off, has the Techna trigger, the Scythe 2, Shock Tech bolt and rammer inside, and a sci-fi board is the cherry on top. This is just, it's spec'd out beautifully, and it shoots so friggin' nice. This is owned by a catalytic converter buyer. Nobody knows his true identity. He could be Mark Cuban. He could be, I don't know, the guy that stole my catalytic converter back in Jersey City. I don't know, but in any case, super nice guy to work with, even if he did steal my catalytic converter. And in any case, he just has such a sick collection. Grateful to work on your marker, and also to be the first ever marker to leave my home with the new kits installed inside of it. Guys, they shoot insanely consistent. They're probably going to last the life of the gun without changing a seal, which is just a huge downfall of the original or the stock Bob Long LPR. And the recharge rate, I'm going to show you guys, is absolutely insane on these things. So without further ado, I'm going to show you real quick what the gauge looks like when you have this running inside of it. It's the wildest thing ever. The gauge doesn't like even look like it's recharging. It just kind of like vibrates in place. So we're just going to take a few quick shots at the ground. It's wild. This, like, it doesn't even move. It's such a sweet kit. So the recharge is absolutely insane on these. The reliability is amazing because you're going to be able to rebuild it with regular O-rings versus proprietary seals. And just look at how consistent this thing is. 296, 292, 295, 294, 299, 299, 298. This thing is dialed in. It's sick. Let's go. Oh my God, this thing's so smooth on top of it. Oh, let's see this thing shoot again. Just like kind of one-balling it, because the fact that this gauge just does, it literally just bounces. It does not recharge. This thing's so cool. Catalytic converter buyer, you're gonna friggin' love this thing. Enjoy, bro.